Hello, happy Tuesday. I used to always go get ice cream on Tuesdays because I thought it was the worst day of the week. Uh-oh, were you disappointed, Dion? Hello, Ellen. Hello, Lori, and everybody. A beer. I don't remember. It's Lori. Is it Lori? I am Chatwin. Hi, Heather. Hi, Joy and Michelle. And Chris. Chris was the big winner today. And Caitlin and Crystal. How is everybody? How are your weekends? Hope this doesn't make a noise. It might. Sorry. Laura. Okay, I was very, very close, right? Hello, Carrie, Dawn, Candy. Oh my goodness, Michelle. It happens, Dion. Oh, finally spinning. Yay. Hello, Dino. I'm gonna apply today. You guys, I finished that giant pink bat. Look at it. You're welcome. I just thought it was crazy that you won when you said you wanted to get that last month and then you got it and all that. Hi, Jennifer. I'm great. Hi, Kat. How are you? Lindsay. I did see your Jacob this morning and it was beautiful. I can't share it though because your account is private. I tried to share it. I'm just telling you the truth. Oh, hi, Michelle. I'm sorry that you're at work. Hi, Nixie. How are you? Yeah, I think that's fun. Dion asked how many ounces is this bat. I don't know. I'm just going to have to weigh it after I get all done. Hello, from Denmark. I'm going to say Dort, but you tell me if it's not correct, please. Wonderful. How are you? Everything's great. I finally figured out how to squeeze a table into this room. I need like a taller table for packing stuff. And I was thinking I wasn't going to be able to do it. And I figured it out yesterday. I moved furniture. It was crazy times. Hello, Avalon and Margaret and Tracy and Kelsey. Yay! We're happy you're here. I'm happy you're here. Finally able to make one of your live streams. So excited to spin along. Yay! I've got a dyed Dorset fleece. Okay, so is it carded also, Kelsey? Or are you like spinning from the lock? What is the... I'm just nosy. Everybody knows that. Oh gosh, Lori. Lori said fires are all around us. How close are they? That's scary. Hello, Robin. Washing some Jacob fleece, also spinning silk. Was thinking about chain plying tips. My biggest tip is to start out really slow. Hello, Julia. And when you are, I said this in that video. Let me put this on the floor real fast. When you're pulling your loop out and reaching through it to get the next strand to make a loop, make sure that you're with your other hand, your front hand, you're holding just above where the top of the loop is and putting some pressure on it because that will make your joints smoother. Like putting some tension on it against your two hands, and that will make it smoother. Hello, Lana. How is everybody? Hi, Nikki and Lori. I saw your comment the other day. I feel bad that you can't be here more. But I'm glad you're here now. Oh, that reminds me. If the person who recommended emails to me is here, please raise your hand. Actually, you can't raise your hand. You can raise your hand, but tell me because I'm trying it. Oh, hi, Mary. You're here. How did it go so far? Mary's dog is having its 1-year appointment, right? Oh, Michelle finished weaving a rug yesterday. Dang, you guys are so busy. Oh, that reminds me. Yeah, please, everybody do keep a good thought for Lori because that is really scary. She's got wildfires all around. So Candy said, I threw some teal silk and Firestar. You bought that teal silk from me, didn't you? In with the Parendale just to check it out. You were right. It's similar to Falkland. To me, it's similar, but it tends to have a longer staple, but it feels kind of similar. There is a video out there, Avalon, if you haven't seen it. Okay, so you're trying it too. And Melanie ordered the nail polish. These nails are more than 2 weeks old. Look at all the, can you see that? It's crazy. I could never do that. I could not even go 2 days without chips. Okay, Dino said, can you suggest me some beginner fibers? Because my sister, cotton's hard. I usually suggest Corriedale, Romney, or BFL to start with because they have longer staples and they also have good crimps, so they're kind of grabby on each other a little bit. They don't drift apart as easily. Joy said, hey Trish, I'm processing my first Carrie Hill fleece, washed beautifully, and processing it is a dream. That's fun. I have not. Have you ever done a Carrie Hill fleece? If yes, what's the best way to spin it? I don't even know if that's a breed or a farm. And I know I'm a little cockeyed today, but I was trying to make it perfect and I messed it up. Just saying. Dion asked what polish is it? Okay, so it's the Beatles gel polish. You can get like a kit on Amazon that comes with one of the lights, but if you already have a light, you can also buy it separate. It is amazing. But I'm behind. I was going to redo them on Sunday, and I just didn't do it. I'm busy. I've been busy. Sometimes I'm busy just laying on my butt. Oh, Michelle, that's exciting. Michelle got her first Paradise box. Kimberly, are there fires around you too? That's really scary. It's hard to watch. Like when we see stuff on the news, it's like, oh my gosh, you can't even imagine. Especially, I always think of people who have like animals and farms. Like, how can you evacuate? How can you move all your animals? It's really scary. Monica said, I'm taking my second break today because I was itching to knit the pastel self-striping Corey. Ooh, I finished the other day. I've got one sock almost done. That's awesome. Okay, Nutty Nitty Sisters. I don't know what your actual name is. She said, I'm diabetic and emails great for dietary specific recipes. That's part of why I did it, because I think I'm going back to keto. I've done it before and I lost a lot of weight. But I think I'm on a keto cycle, but it's so helpful for that. They give you suggestions on recipes. You just don't have to think, and I don't want to think. Okay, Kimberly said, Carrie Hill is a breed and a farm here in Idaho. I haven't had one. I guess I'll have to contact them and see if I can get one. Laura, I am new to spinning and bought some Falkland and having a hard time drafting it is sticking to itself. Is there any secrets? Yes. If you're having, I do too, Dion, it drives me insane. That's why I always had bare nails for like forever, because I would spend all this time and then it would look like crap. Okay, with the Falkland, what I would do is you can do a couple different things. I don't have anything right here, do I? Yes, I do. Hang on. Okay. So I'm going to pull off just a little bit. A lot of times your hands are, oh, Candy just said it. A lot of times your hands are too close together. for beginner spinners. That's something I just saw the other day, and I was like, why have I never even thought about talking about that? If your staple is long and your hands are closer than a full length of your staple, you can't pull it apart, if that makes sense. Okay. Oh my gosh, Lana asked about a burn. You need aloe. And then also if it's still like a little bit felted or maybe just really grippy on itself, one thing I used to like to do is like I'd pull a strip and then kind of floof it like this to make it not as grippy on itself. Or so floof it apart like that. Oh, hello. Or you can draft a little, but generally a lot of times your hands are too close together. I mean, a lot. I see it all the time. What is checkout? Also, your name is so cool. A crafter's grimoire. I love it. Yes, I agree. Monica said this is why long wools feel so wonky to spin at first, because your hands will be like way far apart. I love that you guys are coming up with all these breeds I've never even heard of. Yes. Okay, so the emails thing connects to a bunch of different stores' carts, and you can just like put in the things that you do want from the lists, and then you just, it's great. Oh, Cheviot, got it. Check out, not check out. I've heard of that, Mel. I haven't tried it. Melanie said I saw something on steaming the fiber. I have heard somebody say that it would help, but I have not tried it, so I can't really say. Tracy, you just got to practice. I'm sorry. Hello, Svea, you're here. Hello, Tanya. Good morning. Lucky enough, Tanya's lucky enough to get wool and alpaca gifted to her. She usually doesn't know what the breed of sheep is. I think that might be kind of fun. It's like, I don't know, what is it like? Yes, definitely aloe gel. That's my favorite for burns. When I was a kid, my mom had a plant in the house, so we always used it. That's really awful. They hurt so much. Chris said, side question, I'm practicing a long draw with all polyester thinly. Can I'm not sure what you're saying, pick this to 1-2 wool singles for sock yarn? I mean, you can make sock yarn with it, but ply. Oh, got it. Okay, yes. You can make it with anything, but it might not be very springy. So you might have like zero stretch in it. I got it. I have tried Gulf Coast Native, if that is the same, and it was nice. I liked it. Hello, Ashley. Ashley is excited to join. She had an obligation that she just finished, so I can finally join in on Tour de Fleece. Better late than never. You sew 6 days. I did not know about neat lavender oil. I really think that aloe helps you heal faster, but maybe it's in my head. Oh, gosh, that's awful. Okay, Dion says steaming works. Put it in a steam pot for about 4 minutes and it comes out super fluffy. Interesting. Chris, so you can make a sock yarn out of it. You totally can. But I do like some stretch in my sock yarns. Oh my gosh, Lana, you're allergic to aloe. Chris said, I thought adding a little to 2-3 wool might give it stretch. Yeah, that might work. Joy said steaming really works for compacted fiber. I first tried it with Malabrigo Noob roving, which is notoriously hard to draft because of the dyeing process. Okay, so that's interesting. I would be interested to know why that works. Hello, Siri. How are you? I don't know what Vatiricin is. Is there a good way to move Kemp from a fleece? Ugh. I mean, you pretty much have to de-hair it like you would take out guard hairs, I guess. If there's a good way, I don't know it. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, Kat, that is terrible. Kat dropped hot glass on her arm. Are you like a fused glass artist? Because that glass gets so hot. That must have been awful. Kate said, will you have Millens again? I do have Millens. Is Etsy showing them out of stock? I have Millens. I have like 100 pounds of Millens. It does kind of make sense if you think about what happens when you heat, when you heat the wool up, all those like shingly things open. And that's why it felt, because then when you get it cold, when you agitate it, they all like lock together kind of. And then when you get it cold, they all slam shut while they're locked together. So that's why it felt. So it makes sense if you get hot water or steam on it that they would open up again and help you kind of like tease it apart. Anytime, Dion. I'm here for you. Also, I missed Saturday, but only because we were having a fire in the backyard and like relaxing and having fun. Oh no. Lana, that is terrible. I can't remove scarf. I can't get it out. I mean, it will help if you spin outside. Some of it just falls out. Oh, got it. Okay. My sister used to do that. Yes, it would be awesome if you guys would take just a quick second and hit the like. I'm sorry, I hate asking you guys to do anything, but it would be good. It would help. Hello, Amara. How are you? Oh, do you love it? I had a hard time mailing that because I loved it so much. Amara bought some Perindale in the colorway Poseidon, and I wanted to keep it. I showed it to John. I'm like, oh my God, I want to keep that. He was like, put it in the mail. Yeah, Hollis said the natural crimp returns. I mean, hopefully. Ooh, Caitlin, how fun. I didn't even know they had Millens. Dino said, today I can't find my knitting needle, and I found out that my sister used it to make a Turkish spindle. What? Oh, Lori, are you having so much fun? What kind of drum card did you buy? I don't know. I mentioned this once in passing super fast, and I wasn't really sure who caught it and who didn't, but I have a brother drum carder to give away. It's like a manual one, a kind of like regular size one to give away when we hit 10,000 subscribers. It is here in the house. It's still in the box. I haven't even opened the box yet. Oh my gosh, Caitlin, I missed it. Oh, how cool, Lori. That's awesome. You have a sister-in-law named Pat Green? It's like it was meant to be. Oh, wow. A bunch of you did it, though. Thank you. Thank you. I would say you got to hang around and win one. But I used to have an Ashford, I think it's called a standard, and it was great, and it was not that expensive. Monica said, us spindlers will make a spindle out of just about anything that we lay hands on. That is true. Oh my gosh, Carrie's getting a drum carder. It's okay. I appreciate it anyway. Abir said, did you ever consider a collaboration with John to create a drum carder? We actually talked about it way back in the beginning. He is so busy right now with work, and then he has his own design business that works kind of like on the side, and he's literally working like crazy hours right now. I don't know what's gonna be next. I have no idea. That's exciting. Beverly said, my husband is making me a drum carder. It's just taking a while. I actually know somebody else. Chris, I haven't even started spinning. I hope someday. I would really like to do a really good one. I'm worried that the wheel's going to be loud. Candy said my first, I think she's talking about spindle, was a dowel and a chunk of plywood left on the circle cutter on my drill, sanded on my spindle drum sander, and threw a cup hook into the top. I still have my first spindle, and it is a toy wheel with a dowel through it and a hook. Oh. Sari said I was gifted a, I'm assuming it was Clemis and Clemis drum carder. Wow. You just have to hang out and win one when we hit 10,000 subscribers. Okay. All right, Crystal said we're used to it. Here we go. Can you believe we only have 6 days left? I can't find the end. At the beginning, I was like, it's 19 days over 21 days because of the rest days. And I was like, that sounds like forever. Oh, interesting. Is it Dara or Dara? My first spindle was a CD held onto a pencil with hair ties. You got to MacGyver things sometimes. Oh, I finished playing on sweater yarn too. And I have like almost 2,500 yards, or maybe just over 2,500. I haven't counted the last two. Like Sarah with a D. Okay. All right, here we go. If this is noisy, I don't know. Maybe I'll move it. Is it bad? I know the sweater yarn. 2 skeins still need to get washed. Victorian Britain. Yes, it's going to be beautiful. I know, Dion. Ginormous. It's like almost 400. No, it's over 400 yards. Okay, sound is fine. Good, okay. Yes, a beer's been spinning on a new Lendrum. Some beautiful Jacob. Oh, good, okay. Phew, I was worried. The sweater yarn is, I actually dropped off 3 bags and asked my local mill to blend it for me. And one of the things was a mystery, so I don't know. It was 2 bags of CVM fleeces, and then 1 bag that I'm guessing had some mohair, like a mohair wool blend. And so he blended all of it. And John had saw the empty, or sorry, not empty, the bag with fiber in it. And he was like, can you make my new sweater out of this? Not knowing that I had already spun 23 bobbins of it. And I was like, yeah, no problem. But yes, I hope if you have combs, get a tetanus shot. And I'm not kidding, because you will stab yourself. It's gonna happen. Not yet, Chris. It's still in the box. Chris said, did you set up your minstrel over the weekend? No pressure, totally. And Margaret's getting a new wheel. This is what happens during Tour de Fleece. We all go a little crazy. Dino said my first spindle was a pencil poked through a Tupperware lid with a hook. Oh, Elizabeth, hi. I saw your comment. You were right. No, I am not kidding about the shot. You should get a tetanus shot for real. Dara, I used sharp combs before and left rows of poke marks on my stomach. Yeah. I mean, don't even say like, I just won't poke myself because it's going to. It sounds like the simple answer, but we've all done it. Dara said, my husband said he never knew fiber arts were so aggressive. I cannot even take them out. Hello, Eileen. I cannot even take my combs out without pretending I'm Wolverine. Aren't you guys so glad you know that? Crystal said, I completely skipped the hook on my first spindle. I still don't have a hook on it. How do you manage that? I'm curious. Beverly, I have definitely messed myself up with flickers. Faraday Farm says, you always say it'll never happen, and then it does. And that's it. We've all said we'll just won't do that, but we all do it. Oh, Lana got the twins down for a nap. Now you're free for a little minute. Oh, Ashley, you're a phlebotomist. Good, I can ask you. So we're donating the plasma, as we all know. Is this going to be something that I can't do someday because I've like done it so much, or is it just like forever? It's fine. I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to do it forever, but I'm just curious. Is this actually going to make it so I can't do it at some point? Michelle's looking for an e-spinner. You will find one. Once you put it out into the universe, you'll find one. Oh, Crystal used a Dremel to cut a notch in the dowel. That makes sense. Mel. You have to pretend you're Wolverine. I don't know why I'm weird like this. I just am. Lana said, are you mixing fibers or spinning that stuff with... I'm flying. Oh, what does that mean, Ashley? That I'm gonna... Nope, I can't. I won't mess my veins up. I got kind of yelled at because the lady was like, should have told me that you were going to try to squirt me. I'm like, I didn't try. I'm just laying here. That was you. Thank you, Monica. Monica says it's the law when you're working with combs to do a Wolverine impression. Okay, good. Kimberly said I got my Paradise Fibers bag. Oh, I just did it this morning. Wow, a lot. We got a lot of them. Okay, so I'm not going to hurt my veins. That's all I worry about. Because, I mean, it's like a big poke. The whole thing is just really a weird experience, but it's fine. Years 2 times a week. Okay. I just don't look. And honestly, like, I've never had a hard time giving blood or any of that stuff. So, oh, Beverly, it is stressful at first. And I would say it was stressful for a while. I wondered about that too. You know what, Lana? Okay, so I've been thinking about that a lot. I bet a lot of people use that as like a side hustle, and it kind of makes sense. We call it our blood money because they pay us, and I didn't know that was going to happen. Poor Carrie. I'm sorry. I do not even notice that. Faraday Farm said it's icky that it's cold when it comes back. I don't notice that, but when they put the red blood cells back in, I always feel a little bit weird. But it's okay. Hi, Joy. How are you? Welcome. That's exciting. Beverly, so I normally start out counting treadles, and then, you know, like you get in a rhythm, and then you just go ahead and go. I did not know that, Lana. Lana said they use it a lot in makeup. Elizabeth asks, you said you got over 900 yards of the silk. Is that enough to make a wild swan? That's more than enough to make a wild swan. And I love that wild swan so much. So Dara's saying if you have special antibodies, they will pay you more. So that's how we got started, because we had COVID and we both have antibodies, and we were kind of like sought out to join the program because they're looking for COVID antibody plasma to make. I don't think they're making a vaccine, but they're using it to treat people. I don't get that, Lana, but they told us that it was like really common. Oh my, Kimberly. Kimberly said, so now I have 6 PF bags, still haven't spun them. I'm chicken. Well, what are you actually afraid of? Oh my gosh, they don't. I used to do that, Tracy. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it's like a beginner thing, and also I think it's a mindset thing. And I'm not saying your mindset is bad or wrong, but I'm just saying that if you could shift it a little bit to think about it all being like this one big awesome experiment and fun thing, and not like I might mess this up. Julie Wild Swan is a lace shawl pattern. If you could shift your mindset and say, like, first of all, I'm not messing this up if I'm trying. And second of all, even if it doesn't work out perfectly the first time, it's a step on your success journey, and that's really important. It's a step that needs to happen if you're ever going to get to success. So spin those bags, girl. They're growing more wool right now. Lana said, how do I comment on your videos to have a chance for your giveaways? I'm not sure how. Do you watch on a phone? I think that's true. Dion said, I feel like because I spun everything, I got better faster. I think it's so true. Thank you, Eileen. That's how I have to teach myself to think of it, because I'm such a really bad perfectionist that I will procrastinate. Oh, Carrie. But I won't say I stole it, but I kind of like learned the philosophy from a book called Mastery. And really that's kind of what the book is about. Just about how people give up really easily on a lot of things. And I got to switch one of these bobbins. That if you want to be good at it, you've got to just go for it. And there's sheep growing more wool right now. Like, what could you can't mess it up. You can do it. Oh my God, I can't find the end of this bobbin. Ah! Help. Is this it? Found it. But thank you, Carrie. I'm so glad that helped somebody. I still think of it all the time on other things. That's fun, Danielle. That is so true. Carrie said, you have to be brave before you can be good. And that is really, really true. But I'm a horrible procrastinator because I always want things to be absolutely perfect. And it's just something that I've really had to fight with. Sarah said, the nice thing about spinning is that our end product is biodegradable. I often have problems practicing other arts because I'm afraid of creating waste. Go, Joy. I hope I didn't miss one before. Dion said, can you imagine a baby thinking, this is really good stuff. This walking thing is too hard, and kept crawling for 3 years. That's right. Okay. Please do not stab your seat. This is why we all need a tetanus shot. Eileen said, I only just started spinning a few weeks ago. I bought loads of different sheep breeds from World of Wool. I love it. I love World of Wool. And all the different breeds are teaching me so much. Definitely not perfect, but so cool. Isn't it so cool? You can learn. You learn that it's like there's so many ways to start creating that perfect yarn, if that makes sense. It doesn't, but okay. Lana said, how many ounces of roving what is that? Do I have to make a 2-ply yarn skein for making men's socks? I would like 5 ounces myself, Lana, but it kind of depends on how thick you make the yarn. Okay, Joy said, I would love a woolly winder, but news of the new auto winder has reached the UK. Which one would you recommend? Okay, so I think, is the auto winder the one for the dataless wheels? I have not seen it. Kimberly, spin those things. Get in there, girl. I have that sometimes. Chris said, I can't wait to go to sleep so I can wake up and go at it again in the morning. I sometimes like wake up and I'm laying in bed. I agree. And I'll be thinking about my project for that day and I'll be like, I'm just going to get up because I want to start. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry, Joy. I wish I could give you more information, but I don't want to recommend one if I don't know anything about one of them. I will say that there's Fibre tickling my nose and that I love my woolly winders. But yes. Mel said, what are you going to do with the pink you are applying? I don't know, but you know what it reminds me of is, like, remember bubblegum ice cream from when we were kids? I think I'm older than you, but do you remember it? I do, actually. Dara asked, do you find you spin more in the summer and knit more in the winter? I have noticed that I do that, and I don't know why. But I also just tend to go in kind of like streaks. I get super inspired. So it could be the opposite, and I get on those big old streaks, and I just can't stop myself. But, I mean, Tour de Fleece and Spinzilla used to really get me inspired on spinning. I loved bubblegum ice cream when I was a kid, but you know that gum didn't save any flavor. I mean, it had no flavor after like 2 minutes. I do usually try to wash my wool in the summer. Oh, Carrie, I agree. Carrie said, I wish there was a way to stop time and get all the ideas out. Sometimes I find that really frustrating because maybe I'll spin one thing and it'll give me like 4 ideas, and I feel like I can't do all 4 because I do the first one, and then that gives me 4 ideas, and pretty soon I'm branching out all over the place. Oh my gosh, remember Bazooka bubblegum? Can you believe we used to, ugh. Alice has a woolly winder for all her wheels. I do not have one for all of them. I have 2. I think Danielle asked, have you decided on a project for your fiber study? I pretty much had something in mind from the beginning. I'm scared. And she said, as I get more breed spun up, I'm thinking what kind of crochet project for them. I'm going to weave them. I will tell you that. Yes, Chris, I think there are 2 videos on washing fleece. Lori said it's time for a leg spike. Could everyone please hit the thumbs up? You're funny. Crystal Burns said, Fruit Stripes gum, the worst and best all at once. That is so true. Or like Big League Chew. Remember that? I bet you that. is still a thing. Oh, Dawn. What do you think is behind that? Are you feeling a little down? Because that happens to me. I used to save, Kat said, I remember those bubblegum ice creams. My mom wouldn't let me have them. I used to save all the bubble gum in a napkin to chew it after. This so disgusting. Good. Oh gosh, February. Okay. Kimberly said she's got to go to a post-op appointment, foot surgery. She will spin some Paradise Fibres tonight. Recommendations on which one to start with. February to current. I cannot even remember back to February. Oh gosh, you guys are so funny. I don't remember that, Candy. I kind of feel like I can only remember like 2 back. Can anybody remember one that they think would be really good? Oh, that one would be good. Okay, so Carrie said February was the black and white one. I think that one would be a great one to start with. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, Dawn. You know, it's going to come back to you. Maybe just don't sweat it. I'm sorry, Dion. It is totally gross. And I know it's totally gross now, but at the time, things didn't seem as gross. Well, that's a good idea. Dino said I found commercial cotton balls. I think we all try that, don't we? Oh, I know. The merino bamboo sari silk blend from this month's made me drool. That's not even a color that I would even normally grab, but I am very drawn to it. I have had that stuff trying to get into, I think that'd be a good one to start with. Trying to get it into a sweater, a Heim, like the yoke of the sweater, and I haven't even finished the sweater I'm working on. John loves chartreuse. It's one of his favorites. It is soft, and the sari silk gives it all these different colors. It is awesome. Hello, Karen. Welcome. Are you in the U.S.? Not that it matters. I just wondered because graph is not, you know. It's very pretty. Well, maybe you'll probably win someday, Lana. I think it's kind of hard. Spinning cotton, I mean. Okay, Karen is spinning alpaca. That is a challenge. Ellen asked, how hard would the bamboo be to spin? Okay. Well, welcome, Karen. It's not hard to spin. It's kind of slippery, and because it doesn't have any real crimp, it can be a little like wanting to pull out of your hand. So just take it easy, Ellen, and you'll be wonderful. Really, Lana, where? Lana's aunt lives in Michigan. Dara said, how do you all handle friends when they give you really dirty fleeces thinking they are doing something really nice? How do you guys do that? Julie said, why is alpaca a challenge? Well, okay, so there's more than one type of alpaca, but again, it can tend to be a little bit slippery is really the only reason. And Karen said she was a new spinner, so it's just a little more of a challenge for a newer spinner. Dara said, I was given 2 that were super short, full of burrs, poop, and scurf. Hey, Steph, how are you? I was gifted one once that had a like stress break in it right in the middle, and it was probably only 1.5 inches to begin with. So I I think I tossed it and then I just passed something else off as it, if you know what I'm saying. Because, I mean, I don't want to hurt someone's feelings. I don't like it. Yeah, I just accepted it. I washed some. That's, I mean, basically Lori said I would thank them for thinking of me. That's really good. Oh, and Eileen said use it as compost. I have done that, and I bet you that is actually what I did. I have used it in my garden before. Dawn said tell them thanks, and then tell them they get to learn how to clean it with you. LOL, they learn not to do that again. That's funny. You know what, Dara? Don't feel bad. Life's too short. Eileen said that's what I would do, Trish. Yeah, I actually did. I'm stuck. I actually did pass something else off as, oh, goodness sakes. I never set my timer, and we're over time. Second time I forgot. Amara said, or make felted dryer balls. Yeah, that would be a good use too. I never even thought about that. Kat said my first experience of alpaca wasn't great. I brought some rare black alpaca and the staple was barely 1.5 inches. It was a nightmare for my first spin. Oh my gosh, that was your first spin? How tough. I blended it with merino in the end. We've already been longer. I'm gonna go. I'm sorry. You guys, I'm gonna start my first emails dinner. You're awful. You guys are terrible. Oh, that's for sure. Monica said time means nothing. It's just basically it's a social construct, really. Chris did remind me of the timer, and I still forgot. I understand. Dawn said I'm too old to be nice all the time. I mean, I would definitely want to be nice, but I also would not want to process it. Svea said you could wash and card and use either for felting or quilt a bat. Yes, you could. We are bad, but we weren't going to say. Bye, Lana. I have to look. Asking what's for dinner. It's chicken. It's like a chicken and broccoli, I don't know, casserole. I don't know. Eileen said, will we do a big Zoom call at the end of Tour de Fleece? Would be great to see all your faces. I'm having a hard time with this. I kind of want to do it, but I also feel like there's too many of us to do an effective Zoom call. So then I kind of don't know how to handle it. It's not, they didn't call it that, Candy, but maybe it could be. No sheep wool in the Philippines. My goodness. Chris, that's so sweet. Why would I charge you? I get it too. There's no rice because I'm currently going back to keto, but yes, chicken, broccoli, and like cheese. We tried to get euros. Faraday Farm said, is it bad that I'm feeling lamb euros? We tried to get them over the weekend and we couldn't. Lori said, I'm camera shy. Oh, but okay. Dion said, just try it. You can do it. I'm actually just scared because there are so many. How does it work with so many people? Oh, Penny. Okay, Penny said, I think if it's a lot of people, the Zoom just randomly rotates the people on the screen. Can you imagine if I just sat here all day and talked about wool? That's my dream. Not even kidding. Poor John. It would probably give his ears a rest. Oh, well, that's not a fear for me, Dara. It would probably be a good thing. Candy said, we have a Euro place right now. Oh, there is one, and John was close to it, and then he found out it wasn't open on Sunday. Okay, Chris T said, Zoom, what would happen is this. A few would speak and the rest would listen. Okay, I think maybe we should just do that. Oh gosh, Joy, how can I do that? I didn't even know there was a chicken shortage. Crystal said the chicken shortage is actually worker shortage. Bye, beer. Okay. Okay, Melanie, that's very helpful. I appreciate you guys explaining to me how it works because I've never done it with big groups. I have been in them, but never with like a ton of people. That sounds awful, Kat. As the host, I can control everything. Bye, everyone. Yeah, probably maybe we'll have to do that. I think it would be good. Okay, I really am going to go start kind of like getting dinner figured out. I think that's a good idea. We're going to just have to, maybe I'll Google. I'll Google how to like handle a big one because I bet you there's some YouTube videos out there how to handle a big Zoom meeting. What did he do? What'd he do? Was he trying to get his blankie comfy? Breakout rooms. I don't even know what that is, but I'll try to look it up. Well, Melanie, I think I'm going to have to do that. I've already looked at that. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. Yes, he's trying to get his blanket in the right position. It's never in the right position. Ooh, baby backs. Okay, everybody have a wonderful rest of your day. I think we are going to have a meeting, but to finish Tour de Fleece. Well, that's it, Eileen. I feel like, man, I just kind of got the hang of this. Now I got to be... But have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll be back at the same time. I hope to see some of you there. And thank you. You're the best. I love you. Bye.